You're gonna tell me how to do the list?
Eat a burger.
Eat a
and
burger.
Put it to rest.
Do it.
Now we know. Daddy's at the law firm until 8 hours, and Davey's watching XXX down in the fucking basement.
Get that out of my face. But you punch the burger?
I'm gonna throw it.
Did you go to therapy?
Yes.
Yeah, we changed it. We're back up.
Come on. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. We've seen him 2 places.
All right, Monday, February 5th. Healthy debate. I think long weekend. I think everybody's too busy yelling at the Garden, too much sitting around. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like everybody's got that itch.
Yeah,
you
I got it
They
too.
got that old itch. You're not sick, but it's just that that itch. I think Dukes went down on the DL. I was getting couldn't stay warm last night. You ever put on 2 sweatshirts, you still with the blanket, and you fucking couldn't figure it out. But good stuff at the Garden. Crazy to run into Ron Artest, a.k.a. Meta World Peace.
That was amazing when you ran. You said it when we were walking across the crosswalk, and you were like, Ron? And I didn't even know what you meant, because I obviously didn't know he was at the game because I wasn't in. But then when you ran up the second time, and I was like, oh, we got to do this. It was just
if you time it right. So I left Duke Baylor a couple of weeks ago, right before Christmas, and J.J. Redick was walking right out, as was Grant Hill. They got to leave the arena. It's just a matter of how you time it. So, credit to the St. John's people, man. They showed out. It was a good game, but Uconn is different, dude. Uconn's different. Did we tell you the story about the cop?
no.
All right, so we were sitting right by the tunnel where Uconn went in.
Yeah.
So they go in for halftime, and there's no security there. Then the guy comes out after halftime, and he's like, I just want to let everybody know we're going to be nice to the coach. He's like, go ahead. I feel like I got to make an example of somebody. He's like, go ahead. He's like, we're all like, dude, I ain't causing a problem. And the cop was standing right in front of us to make sure nobody, but Hurley, of course, is jacked up like you wouldn't believe. He comes walking out, and he's like, go ahead. He's looking for somebody so he's just a fucking character, all time. Good
What
game.
did they honor our test with? I saw
The Elite 8 team.
Oh, so that's
what the whole and listen, rightfully so. You should honor a team like that. Just don't do it against Uconn. That was my main thing. Just don't do it against Uconn. There was a lot of names on that team I forgot too growing up. Bootsy Thornton. Ron Artest was unbelievable. So
It was 99?
yeah, Eric Barkley, for Christ the King. Good stuff. But yeah, man, Meta. You don't realize how big. He's 6'7", 6'6".
But he's brolic.
Yeah, but he's just a big. These guys are 6'7". Like he's just a run-of-the-mill guy in the NBA. 6'5", maybe. Big dude. And definitely shaky. It was he kept making me walk with him, but he didn't even know where he was going. Why did he walk a block this way and then go back?
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but all time. I also bundled the tournament. I fucked up the tournament. It was the Monsignor King St. Thomas Aquinas tournament, and I sent St. Francis to Sales. So the Rockaway people have every right to. You get you glitz and glam. You get a little frazzled. So it is what it is. Phil, what do we got?
I got some callers.
All right, go ahead.
Mike from Jersey, you're on.
Rico, you hear me?
What's up? Yeah.
All right, Rico. Just a quick healthy debate. I don't know if you saw the Grammys last night.
I did.
But personally, if I had a daughter, I would want my daughter to respect elders, especially elders that are giving you an award, maybe a handshake or a hug. Just a simple show of respect when you go to get your award.
Can we run this clip? Because I didn't see
names.
this. I'll be honest. I didn't see this part. I was in and out a little bit of it, fading back. Did Zach Bryan win? He won an award?
Let me check.
He won.
I didn't watch Grammys.
Not one on screen.
He won one not on screen? What the fuck is that?
Yes. He won a country song duo.
So why wouldn't that be on? Every award should be on TV. Let me get this. She blew. All right, so she blew off Taylor Swift. He's talking about blew off Celine Dion.
Correct.
But then I saw she was singing Celine Dion when she came out.
Rico, you don't think Taylor Swift's PR is waiting backstage saying, hey, that wasn't the best look?
Yeah, they're coaching her.
These guys got all their bases covered.
We're going to run the video real quick. Hold
Probably
on.
illegally.
Yeah.
But.
If it'll play. Shout out to Wi-Fi. Maybe not. Hold on, let me see if we can go to Twitter.
She loves Celine Dion. I was
Okay,
confused. All right, here we go.
No volume on it, though. A little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's a tough look.
Go back one more time.
Horrific.
Yeah, it's a tough. That's a tough look. That's a tough look.
That's
That's a
fucked up.
tough look.
One more time. Looks of amazement. Doesn't even make eye contact.
Yeah, that's a tough look. But I think
She
again,
wrote a blog and
you get up
maybe
there.
that's what she
Listen,
says.
you get up there. You can be a little frazzled. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, but it is funny. That is a very funny moment. Yeah. All right. Healthy debate. What's worse than that?
All right.
Not honoring your elders or openly telling the entire nation you're not wearing underwear?
I think the elders. I think the underwear could be, it's quirky. It's hot. I don't know.
She didn't thank her dad either.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a tough look for Taylor. Yeah, they immediately knew they had to fix that right away. But yeah, that's a good one. All right, next, Phil.
Joe just wants to talk to Rico.
Usually the point of the show.
Joe, you're on.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yo,
What's
Rico,
up?
first time, long time. So, buddy, I saw you at the Garden, and, we took a little picture. It's nice seeing you. I was wearing a nice turtleneck, some nice pants, and loafers. You had that
Yes.
audacity to break my balls about the loafers, Rico. If it's not 20 degrees out, if it's 45, 50, you can wear loafers any time of the year. What do you think?
All right, jet ski. This guy, definitely like full guy. Like looks like he's in shape.
Okay.
Again, nice pants, sweater. He looked like he walked out of the store of Express. He was an Express model.
Okay.
No socks, loafers. It's like 35 degrees.
I get that it's the fashionable look. To do that, but
Yeah, you could be fashionable, but I can still make fun of you and be like, bro, you're freezing.
yeah, 100%. Where were you coming?
Rico.
Was that just
He was
your-
in the back of the garden with loafers
But was
on.
that the only thing you were doing all day? Were you just going to the game, or did you have like a nice
You had a brunch, you had a
brunch
date.
before or after?
No, I was at the game. I had 500 out of the game. You got to dress nice.
That's a crazy look.
That's crazy.
That's a
dude.
crazy
you're
look.
Not, you're not at Pegasus, bro. You're at the
No,
Garden.
get the fuck out.
That's a crazy look, dude.
All right, boys, be good.
That's a crazy look. Loafers and anything. All right. St. Patrick's Day is maybe when you could start thinking about loafers. I'm still going to say like April, mid-April, but
I just can't-
definitely not February 3rd.
My feet sweat too. Even when it was cold, my feet would sweat, and then they would be freezing. I can't really ever do. I can do the no-show socks, but I can't really do no socks at all underneath loafers. I feel like I'll get athlete's foot.
Yeah, that was, I forgot about that. That was funny. Yeah, the loafers. That's a tough look. I don't know. And that's all he did all game? All day? It was the loafers?
Yeah, if you should have lied and been like,
I'm going to
I was
brunch.
going to
If you're
catch
going
after
somewhere,
or
that
something.
makes sense. Yeah. All right, Phil, give me the next one.
Nikki from Chicago.
Hey, Bosco.
What's up?
Hey, can I go through my little gauntlet?
Yeah, sure.
I like to switch it up. Go through a list. You tell me to fuck off if I need to, and I'll fuck off. Okay? Sound good?
Yeah, sure.
All right, first point. March Madness pick 'em. We getting it?
You know what? It hasn't been slated yet, but I sure hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a must. Absolute fucking must. Next, what's your probability on Grasso to Michigan? I put it about 70%.
I think he's got to go somewhere first before he goes to Michigan.
I think he can make that lateral move.
Talk about Jawan. Talk about a guy going from Darling to like losing a job, man. Jawan Howard. Jesus Christ.
Off. And then my third, I just want to shout out the Healthy Debate Boys. I mean, the views this past week, the content, unbelievable. From Meek Phil to Wayne Jetski all the way to Jason in the corner. We love you.
Thank you,
We
brother.
love you.
Yeah, Phil's an interesting cat when you travel with him, though. You don't get shit out of him.
Really?
Does he smell?
Yeah, like we talk about the game, we try to laugh, the car ride with him, out to ride, like nothing. He doesn't give you nothing.
He's
Bosco,
tuned
you know
to
what
the
I
Twitter
like?
streets.
You know what I like to see, Bosco? A little Meek Mill versus Liam Blutman, social off. Who's better on the social? Who's got it all?
I've known Liam
That would be
Blutman
electric.
longer than most people here. So
Really?
Me and him go way back, like 2019-ish.
How?
There you go.
Just know each other
Small
through
world.
Twitter.
No, we met through the internet. That is so Phil. It's perfect.
We used to be in a Discord.
And then
together.
here's my real healthy debate, Bob. So I think you'll really like this. This is my top 5 most, I'd say, impactful, fun to watch. Not the best. Doesn't have to be the best Big East college point guards. Last 10 years. I got number 5, Marcus Howard, now in the Spanish League. I got 4, Miles Powell, now part of the Quando Eagles, China League. 3, Sebastian Napier. He's actually shot out in the Italia League now. And then we got 2, Colin Gillespie. He's on the Grand Rapids Gold G League Denver affiliate. And then 1, of course, got to go Kemba Walker, and he's now playing for the Monaco French League.
Yeah, all overseas. It goes to show you, guys in college who dominate
That's crazy.
don't always go. I know. Don't always go to the NBA. They're also, from what I remember, all of those guys were pretty undersized. Although Kemba had a good
Marcus,
run.
yeah.
Kemba had a good run in the NBA.
Yeah.
He definitely had a good run.
Whatever
in the
happened
NBA.
to Peyton Siva?
Probably Puerto Rican national team or overseas like that. I don't think he was ever built to be a pro like that, extended.
Hey, and is Doogie in the office, or did he go home?
No, I think he took a beating today, yeah. We're all taking
he
a
probably
beating.
got after it this weekend. He got the Monday hangover.
Yeah, dude.
I don't blame him. Hey, that happens to the best.
Yeah.
And then one more. I was watching an old pick'em. Kind of a sick rider myself, a sicko rider myself. I like to go old views, all that shit. Can we bring back 40 Minutes of Hell on Tuesdays or Thursdays?
Yeah, that's been the goal. It's pretty much the calls that we've been
Well, then
getting.
you got Nicky C calling it from Chicago, running through the gauntlet. Messes up the 40
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we're always open to college hoops. We'll take the calls. Yeah, we're always we got everything going pretty much. So we'll
all right, that's
we'll
all
take
I
it.
got on my list.
All
That's all I
right.
got on my list for today.
All right. Let's go second quarter. So I just wrote I wrote this blog too. I was thinking about this Saturday night. Phil, see if you can follow through with me on this. You're a casual college basketball guy, right? Mm-hmm. Gonzaga is going to probably miss the NCAA tournament for the first time since '99.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
They're bad this year?
Like not great. Like bubble. Like serious bubble.
Is Mark Few,
No.
been in good shape?
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, they just haven't had a good year. No big wins.
Someone's taken away his keys?
Yeah, straight on the bubble. I don't know if anyone gives a shit because Gonzaga I watched their whole run, their entire lifetime. They went from the Darlings in '99 when they were a Cinderella, and starting from there of this little school, who's that? You don't know how to say it. Gonzaga, to now all the way through with Adam Morrison, and then they got favored in a national title. Mm-hmm. Somewhere along that line, people rooted against them on top. Yeah. I think is when they're the most compelling. They're never going to be a Cinderella again. So unless they're being chased, it's almost like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like this year, if they snuck in, they wouldn't be a Cinderella. It would just be like when UNC or Kentucky gets a bad seed. It's like they're a really good power program. They just had a bad year. So it's not compelling. Unless Gonzaga's at the top of the charts and it's ultimately you're either talking yourself into this is the year they win or you watch them go down in flames, they're just not compelling. So it's weird. I don't care. I'm so used to Gonzaga being in the tournament, but unless they're at the top, I agree. A lot of people I don't really care. So just interesting way to kind of look at it. Unless it's almost like the Yankees. I think the Yankees in the last couple of years have been boring.
If they're not like Darth Vader, then they're not interesting.
Exactly. If you're not Darth Vader, and it's crazy to say Gonzaga was Darth Vader, but you could say the same about Duke. When Duke is a 6 seed, it's who cares? Either it's crazy. Gonzaga has to be out in front so that they can either choke or be a Cinderella, and they're never going to be a Cinderella again. So that's kind of where we're at.
I think people were just sick of just watching a team go deep every year that you knew were just not going to win at all.
Yeah, but that's compelling either way, though. People will either talk themselves into them winning a title or get to watch them crash and burn.
Healthy debate. You were alive during this time. Buffalo Bills, 3rd and 4th Super Bowl. Around that time, where people were like, "Oh, this is the year they can finally get it done."
I don't know. I'm too young to know that. But
it's more a Clemmer question.
Yeah.
It's a good point. But yeah, I think a year like this, it's kind of who cares? Unless Gonzaga's out in the front, who really cares? So, just an interesting way of thinking of that. I never would have thought they would have missed the tournament, but That's where we're at. St. Mary's, by the way, back in it. Very good. Good to have that future. Phil, give me another one.
You know who is Gary from Queens?
Oh, we should have seen Gary.
Rico, pretty slow sports weekend. Glad it's Super Bowl week. Sitting on the Chiefs plus 600. Just wondering if you had any crazy props for me for the Super Bowl. Not much else going on in the sports world.
Yeah, I like this one. I had it up today. I like the 49ers kicker to miss a field goal.
What's that juice?
It's plus.
Okay, he was shaky last game, but they are indoors now. I don't know.
I think it's plus 260.
Not bad.
Will there be a missed field goal? Yeah, here we go. San Francisco to miss a field goal, plus 260. I like that a lot.
All right, I'll add it to my card.
I like that a lot. Anything on Saturday?
What happened Saturday?
I like it, Gary. I respect it.
Listen. I really want to rewind the tape all the way back to, I'm sitting in a goddamn coach's clinic, and I go to my phone, and it's blowing up. Did you see Rico's blog? Did you see Rico's video? I mean, don't try to pull the wool over our eyes. Like, you're a New York City basketball guy. You know the history of the program. We're not trying to compare ourselves to fucking Uconn. That's like comparing the Mets to the Yankees. Like, obviously they're going to choose Uconn. They know it's a guaranteed sellout. And you were in the building, and I know you were surprised at how much red was there, and I told you to be more red than blue.
A lot of red.
The entire lower bowl was red. Rico, our season ticket base doubled when Pitino was hired. All our season ticket holders sit in the 100 section, myself included. We're not giving up those tickets to Uconn fans. We're not idiots.
No.
So you knew the house would be packed. Okay, we don't care about Uconn. Everyone needs to get St. John's off the top of their mind. All these programs that are better and higher than us, why does UConn care what we do? Same thing. They call it dunk south at Providence. Nova Nation invading the Garden. Cuse used to do it. And we are New York's team. Even fucking UNC this year trying to make the connection between the back and
It's a good point.
Garden. Listen, you hate us because you ain't us. Yeah, we suck. But the Garden is our home court. It's nobody else's, and it's always going to be our home court.
It's a good point.
Everyone wants a piece of the Garden. I get that, but we're not going anywhere. And you know what? Now we have the fucking coach, and we're gonna fucking turn around, and it's gonna be more red. You're not gonna keep an alumni base that's based. Every one of these schools have alumni bases in New York City. Of course, 4,000, 5,000 are gonna get in.
It's a good
they're gonna
point.
sit in the rafters, but they're gonna get in. We're not playing in fucking Storrs, Connecticut, or Providence, Rhode Island. You're gonna have outsiders come in.
It's a good point. It is better. It is better that you're relevant. I'll say that. It definitely is better that you're relevant.
Of course, it put that that environment on Saturday. I have some St. John's fans and friends of mine that complain. We shouldn't be playing every game there. It's no home court advantage. That wasn't a home court advantage on Saturday. That wasn't the most electric college basketball atmosphere you can have in an NBA arena. No other school with an NBA arena has that atmosphere. You're not going to get that at Georgetown. You're not going to get that at Nova when they play at the Sixers arena. The Garden's the Garden for a reason. We're not going to run away from that. We're not going to shy away from that. And that game on Saturday, there's going to be a lot more atmospheres like that moving forward now that we have Rick.
Yeah, but they got to go either all in or not. They keep mixing it up. You're playing tomorrow at UBS. You play some games at Gonzaga. If you guys really want to do this, do it all in. But the problem was when you went all in and you had games at the Garden, it's because you couldn't. They weren't always sold out. That's a fact. There were games you were playing on Tuesday nights that I've been to that were empty.
Right, and they shied away from that. And then when Pitino came in, I think one mistake I'll admit Pitino made was he thought, I'm Rick Pitino, I should be selling out 10,000 seats every night. So when the Garden wasn't available for these 2 UBS games coming up, he's like, I don't want to do it on campus. I'm going to sell 10,000 seats. Let me go to UBS. Now it's going to be playing a neutral court. It's going to be a ghost town, whereas you could have had the Carnesecca Arena packed and actually have a home court advantage. And he admitted that he didn't realize how much of an advantage is to play these lesser Big East games in the bandbox and have a true home court. But, going forward, I think DePaul, Butler, maybe Xavier will be on campus. The rest will all be at the Garden. This UBS experiment's over after this year.
Well, no, they got. I'm hearing Bama at UBS next year.
Oh, now they're going there? I thought it was going to be at the Garden.
I don't know. I thought it was UBS. I thought it was UBS, but either way, I'll be at that game for sure.
Good. One other thing I wanted to say is, you made all these comments about the Elite 18. Why are we celebrating them? I didn't hear you ask them to Ron's face what he thought about it.
I don't think you do a lot of things to piss off Ron Artest in person, but yeah, well, Well, I did say this. I did say this. They could have honored that team. Just don't do it against Uconn. That was more of my take.
Okay. And then you also asked him about, the question you always love to ask, the future once Pitino leaves. Do you think that you're breaking any news there? Because I'm pretty sure I had Ron Artest at St. John's coach before anybody.
I didn't remember that. If he did, you get the scoop. But that was interesting to see. He's making a pitch.
Check your DM.
Yep.
Check your DM.
He's making a pitch. He's going to be the coach. That was a hell of a...
He wanted that job since before Pitino. He wanted it before Pitino. And then the last thing, and I'll leave. I know you did a lot of St. John's content this weekend, so I gotta chime in. The video about Pitino's press conference. I feel like I'm Prez or Big Cat right now. Did you even watch the press conference, or are you just going off the snippets?
I went off the quotes. I mean, if those
you didn't watch the press conference?
No, I don't think I've ever watched the press conference. I'll be honest.
Okay, so you're taking the quote context. He was complaining about the fact, and I called and talked to you and brought this point up to you a few months ago, how it's difficult to build a program with continuity when every year is free agency.
Yeah, but he's benefiting off of free agency.
Of course he is, but I think what he's doing and what he's realizing is that what I said to you, when you're in a pinch in March and April trying to fill 12 spots, you don't know the type of kid you're actually getting.
Right.
You're in a hurry to just fill the spots. Oh, he scored 25 points at Penn. Oh, he scored points at Harvard. But he's not knowing the full player that he's getting because he doesn't have time to do it.
Yeah, but
and that's the wild, wild west of the NIL and the transfer portal now, where you can't vet these guys. And he's coming back into the game. He didn't have to do this at Iona. He kept 4 of your guys there. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to – I think – and he also, what he was doing in that press conference, and he did it after the Boston College game, is he was ripping his players a new asshole. He's telling them they're too slow, they can't slide their feet, they're too small, they're too weak. He's trying to motivate them through the media, which he always does. So I think the way you interpreted his comments was taken out of context a little bit.
Yeah, it's fair. I just think, everybody.
And not to mention, Hurley Sr., if you look it up, actually agreed with Pitino's comments. He was on the record on Sunday talking about the same thing, and he said, I agree with him. We're creating a culture of free agency every year. How do you build a program that way? These coaches need to adapt or die. Rick mentioned it in the press conference. Why do you think all these all-time coaches, Jay Wright, Nick Saban in football, why are they all leaving? They don't want to deal with this bullshit anymore. College sports is in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, it is the Wild Wild West. I'll give you that. So, it's a good call. Let's go halftime.
Back to back? Yeah. Let's all get mad like Danny Hurley. 1, 2, 3. I'm a ref. I call a foul against you. What do you do? All right, no curse words. Good job, fellas.
Fuck UConn!
Don't get mad because they're better. All right, healthy debate. I'm going to go anti-UConn. It's tough being national.
St. John's fans.
Oh, my God.
Not St. John's fans, but I was betting on UConn.
You didn't go. Okay, so you didn't go to St. John's.
No, our dad did.
Healthy debate. Everybody's dad just went to St. John's and works in. You work in finance?
Our dad played
you work in
St.
finance.
John's.
Who's your dad?
Bill Clark.
Player, back when they were relevant?
Back
when St. John's was St. John's.
Healthy debate. UConn's a big white guy kind of sucked.
Healthy debate. I just want to say Rico is the king. And everybody that likes Jersey. And the Riders are still alive. And if you ever want to test the Riders, just find us here. We're right here, all right? Rico.
All right, thanks a lot. All right, good luck. All right. All right.
That's a real interview.
Yeah, exactly. Our dad went to St. John's. Everybody's dad went to St. John's. It's Glennie didn't go. It's just a whole. It's interesting.
Yeah, I saw Glennie walking out when I was meeting you guys at the cameras. I didn't know he was there, but that was.
It's an interesting. It's an interesting dynamic. But Phil, how many you got?
I got 3, but I also want to lead off with some news from yesterday. You saw who's hosting the World Cup final?
Yeah, Metlife.
Yep.
They moved it out of Jerry World.
Yeah, there's multiple host cities within like North America. So there's I think L.A., Dallas.
That's how it should be.
There's one in Mexico, maybe one in Toronto. But
That's how it should be.
Yeah, for sure. So they can move everybody around and get the little cities more of an economic boost. But were you talking about the tweet that was like how many ACLs are gonna?
But realistically,
that's why he's doing it.
Replacing
Okay.
the turf.
I was wondering what the hook is.
They're replacing.
Oh,
the
they
turf.
are?
Yeah.
With
so
what? Grass?
No fucking way.
Just for the soccer. We don't know if that's gonna be for NFL yet, though.
No, they'll never do that for the NFL.
Well, if they're changing it, I guarantee you all the players, like the Jets and Giants players, are gonna be like, leave this shit in. But I don't know if they can. But
no, they wouldn't want to. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
like
yeah,
Messi, Ronaldo are not gonna get caught dead.
Why is the turf at MetLife so bad?
I don't know.
It's when field turf came out. You obviously played on field. Field turf's the best. I was still old enough to be a little kid playing on AstroTurf.
I never played on AstroTurf.
Old AstroTurf. Do you know what old AstroTurf
Actually, no.
is?
UMass, I don't know if they still do. Their lacrosse team used to play on AstroTurf. And I went
Dude,
to
it was a
camp there.
carpet under a fucking cement. Yeah. My dad would load us up extra elbow pads, extra knee pads. Like that shit was dangerous.
Also, leaving MetLife after a normal game is hell. Imagine doing that for a World Cup final where there's a ton of people that have never been in New Jersey before.
Yeah, MetLife is bad.
I saw someone tweet like, I can't wait to rent out my one bedroom in Jersey City for $20,000 a month to some chic.
Rico, gonna rent out your Staten Island house?
I
for,
might
people?
actually. I might. That's a good idea. Or you figure out a way. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Staten Island ain't that far from MetLife.
That's not a bad idea.
Nah, maybe we should get an Airbnb game next year.
It's not a bad idea.
But it's interesting, like how the varying levels of turf can still cause issues. I remember we got turf in college, like brand new turf, and for some reason, whatever they did with the beads, these beads didn't drain moisture as well. And we were playing lacrosse in January, but it was cold enough where it rained, and then the next day it all froze over, so it was like a fucking ice rink. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty, staple across the.
So did I. My college had problems where it would there were like little patches that were like a hole. Stepping in, I don't even like it was kind of divots and stuff. It's weird. I don't know. Field turf seems like $1 billion industry though.
Yeah, I don't
knowing
know.
what was coming, everybody has field turf now.
I just can't believe that if specifically in MetLife, if they're gonna switch it over for the World Cup, I feel like there's gonna be some uproar if they try to switch it back because the players are gonna want natural grass.
Yeah. All right, Phil, empty him out.
John wants to talk NYC point guards.
I like that.
John?
The most overrated.
John, sorry.
Start that over. Start that over.
Healthy debate. Sebastian Telfair is the most overrated, delusional human to ever live.
So the fun story about Telfair is that his last game in Boston, they took his nameplate off of his locker while he was out on the court.
Jesus.
Like the game was going on, they knew to get rid of him right away. So, but yeah, why is he delusional?
All right, so he went on Cameron's show or whatever and said he's like the best New York City point guard. This is how the tiers work in my mind.
He's
right?
saying high school, obviously.
Yeah.
High school, pro, whatever. All right, this is the tier one, right? Rod Strickland, Stephon Marbury, Pearl Washington, Mark Jackson, Kenny Anderson, Kenny Smith, and Kemba Walker, right?
I was waiting for you to say Kenny Anderson, I'm told by rest in peace Tom Kinchowski, was the best high school player they had ever seen before LeBron.
Correct. But I also listed 6 others. He's in this category. He's in the Marquise Noel, Rafer Alston, God Sham God. That's what he is. He's in the next category.
He did set the all-time scoring record, though.
I thought Lance Stevenson did.
Did Lance broke it? You're right, actually. But Telfair was up there, no?
I don't understand. Like, this is my point with Sebastian Telfair. He took advantage of being Marbury's cousin, and he had that great documentary. And that's and he was on the LeBron James Slam magazine. That's all he was.
What was that the one where he was like on a trampoline over the New York City?
The documentary is phenomenal, but
it's amazing.
Tiny Morton is a piece of shit.
I agree.
Absolute piece of shit. And in the book, he's recruiting a kid who was on my team, which I didn't find out till a year later when you read the book. Complete piece of shit.
But I'm saying Telfair is not in that tier 1. He's just not.
He's close. You're right. He's close. He's definitely close.
He's not better than any of the guys they name. I'll name them again: Rod Strickland, Marbury, Pearl Washington, Mark Jackson, Kenny Anderson, Kenny Smith, Kemba Walker. He's not better than any of those guys.
But I have no frame of reference really because of the older guys. But if he's talking about specifically just his high school years, like comparatively,
He was unbelievable.
Does he have any argument there? Obviously not NBA career, but is
He actually probably had a better high school career than Kemba, but he's not a better player. I mean, come on.
Yeah, because Kemba went to they both had some time in the league. I don't know. I think you can make a case. You might be able to make a case. You might be able to make a case. Not top 10 is hard. He was pretty dynamic.
I just gave you 7, and then I gave you Lance Stevenson, Rafer Alston, Marquise Noel. That's 10 right there.
Noel was not dominant in high school. That's recency bias. He was not dominant in high school.
And he goes, but I didn't. But you got to remember, I didn't list like the Lenny Wilkins and the Nate Archibald and all those.
Yeah, Pee Wee Strickland and all those guys. That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, put it this way. I think the final Telfair is as close you can get to tier 1 without being in tier 1.
He was 04 draft.
Right, but
right?
he's so delusional. He's so delusional that he thinks he's the best.
That's what do you expect him to say? That's what they do. So that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Could have been a product also like media after LeBron. LeBron was 03. Like maybe they were trying to hype him up more than he should have been just to get another, buzzworthy year of stories similar to
and
high school coming out.
his senior year. And also his senior year was the year that Jay-Z came out with the Black Album. Brooklyn, just saying.
What a time to be a New York City point guard.
It was, yeah.
Correct.
Dude, he left school to go prepare for the draft. Jet ski, he just disappeared for a month.
That's got to be unlimited high school.
How about this?
Action.
This was his time, and again, I'm not a fanboy for him. He got drafted on a Thursday night. The next morning, went and graduated high school.
That's crazy.
You imagine that?
I could just imagine the party. Like, he must have been the guy. But a lot of gun trouble.
Yeah.
Litany of gun arrests. But, he was from that environment.
Yeah. Him and Marbury, that whole, they're cousins, they're not even that close.
Are they real cousins?
Yeah, I think they're real cousins, and they're actually not even that close. But that documentary was all time. All time.
Yeah, I never obviously watched him live in high school. I do remember seeing the documentary and seeing the cover of the magazine and thinking it was.
I watched him in high school. He was good. He was definitely good. Phil, give me the next one.
This Christian wants to talk about fans of 2 colleges.
Oh, I wonder how this applies.
Hello.
Yep.
Hey Rico, big fan. I'm calling. I'll give you a little backstory. So I was born in Nebraska. Moved to Kentucky when I was 11 in 2007. So I don't even think I probably watched a college basketball game in Nebraska. Obviously, all football. Moved to Kentucky in 2008. The first game I go to is John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, all that whole team. So now I pretty much have been big fans of both fans, and friends still give me shit saying, oh, you can't like 2 universities. So healthy debate. Can you like 2 different universities if you lived in both for 10 plus years?
Yeah, I think.
And one team, Nebraska basketball, is intelligent. Really,
yeah, I think Reeg's roots for 2. As much as he wants to give me shit, he's a Wake Forest and a Kentucky guy. I still don't know where he went to school. I think he went to Wake, or his dad grew up a Wake fan. I don't know I don't think he went to Kentucky. I don't know where the fuck he went. I think he went to D3 actually. I don't know where he went, but. Yeah, you can grow up a fan, and then you can either move somewhere or you actually go to that college. Like, your whole life rooting for sports, you start at 7 years old, and then you go to a different college. You're going to root for them the rest of the way, but you're still going to, you can root for 2. I root for my friends, so I root for a lot of teams.
If you grew up a Syracuse fan and you weren't smart enough to get into Syracuse, what are you gonna do?
Exactly. Or, your dad, you don't go to St. John's, but your dad works in finance, get your tickets, you root for St. John's. Yeah, I root for all my friends. So I root for my friends.
All right. Another question: do you think Nebraska has a chance to win a tournament game this year? I know
Win a tournament game.
everybody home.
Yeah, win a tournament
win a
game.
game on the road.
Yes. The guy Mask and or is it Mask? I forget. I fuck his name up all the time.
Mask, yeah.
Mask, and then Tomaninga is very good. Juwan Gary's back from Alabama. I like Hoiberg. Nebraska's never won a tournament game. So, yeah, I think that would be a good story for Nebraska to win a game. They're going to be a pesky, like 11-10 type seed. And then maybe they give a 2 seed some trouble. So, yeah, I think Nebraska to the Sweet 16 will be a hell of a story.
Do you think the neutral site is more of a road game, a home game? How do you think that plays in? Because I think you were at the one road game they won this year.
Oh, yeah, they're awful on the road. But the tournament, that's how it's going to be. Everybody's playing a neutral site pretty much. So,
yeah,
if they can't, they better start preparing for that. So,
yep.
Phil,
All right, well, thanks for taking my call.
Always. Phil, next one.
Hello?
Yo.
Matt, you're up.
Hey, yeah, this is Max from Connecticut. Hey, question for you. Why, if Uconn and Purdue played each other right now in a neutral court, what do you think the spread would be? Because right now Vegas still has Purdue as the favorites to win this thing, and I just don't see it. I don't know. You could call me a homer or not. I just feel like UConn could win in a lot more different ways than Purdue can, and I feel like UConn actually matches up really well against them. UConn's been doing this. Like Klingon's been out some games, Castle's been out some games, Caravan just missed Saturday. Like, I don't know.
UConn -1.5. UConn -2.
Then why are the bookmakers having Purdue as better favorites to win the whole thing right now?
I don't know.
Like, I just don't understand. I just don't get that at all. Especially if you're going off like history. Like Purdue has done nothing in the tournament, and UConn, just won last year. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I would put UConn as the favorite, but I do think Purdue.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks is right now was writing off Purdue. Purdue's kicking ass and taking names, and the tournament's going to be interesting to see how it gets officiated. Edie's either going to walk into the gym with 3 fouls, or he's going to get all their guys 3 fouls. I think it's going to lean that way. I think Edie's going to get a benefit of the doubt with the whistle, rightfully so, and I think he could cause a lot of problems. I think Purdue's for real.
One last question. Do you think Castle's one and done?
Yeah, I think he's going to have a good tournament and probably bail. Yeah, he's a hell of a player.
All right. Well,
I don't see the benefit of staying anymore. You know what I mean?
I get it. I mean, and Hurley said this is like one of his best freshmen he's ever coached in his life.
Yeah. So. I don't know why he would stay. I don't know why he would stay, especially if he's.
The only thing I can think of is maybe developing the 3 a little bit more, but.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Thank you.
Being a king on a college campus ain't bad either. Phil, you got another one? Or we good?
We got something to tee up for you. I don't know if you saw on the internet, but a friend of, I don't know if this program, but a friend of many programs here was recently
wrongfully detained last
We don't
night.
know, but she was detained nonetheless.
Oh, yes.
Lisa Ann.
Yeah.
Queen.
Was this using a phone? I actually met her. Was she using a phone?
I did nothing wrong. I didn't touch my phone. I wanted to see Matt Rife because he's a friend of mine. And I go to jail.
So she was apprehended, I guess, for potentially using a phone during a Matt Rife show. Lisa Ann's been a good friend to us. Me and Meek actually are in a video that's going to be coming out shortly with the Out and About Boys, where we had to pitch ourselves for a Valentine's Day date with Lisa Ann. So that'll come out at some point. She had to choose between me, Meek, and Tommy Smokes. But interesting that we may have to bail her out of jail.
Yeah, I got a picture with her, actually.
She's a great lady. Very nice.
Yes. I don't know how that... It's got to be more than just using your phone.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that at all these shows now, like the high-profile ones, Matt Rife is like obviously blowing up. They would take your phone, I thought, and just lock it away so you don't have that problem. But maybe not. I don't know. It seems like he's really crushing it if he has Lisa Ann front row, though.
He is crushing it. Crushing it.
How do you who do you think out of me, Tommy, and Meek won a date with Lisa? We're not going to reveal the answer, but
probably, yeah, I guess in the most heterosexual way ever. Probably on looks, I'd say you. Personality, I could see Tommy talking his way in. But I also see her being like, I want a nice fixer-upper, and going for Phil. And also kind of being like, I could like show this guy some shit he's never seen before.
I think she could show all three of us.
It's almost like a make-a, you know what I mean? Like a make-a-wish.
They had us say to her how, basically describe how we make love to her, and that was interesting.
I got to watch this video.
Yeah, it's very good. I think it's going to be coming out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, February 14th is what I got told.
Is that when Valentine's Day is this year?
Yeah.
It's what it is every year.
Okay.
Yeah, But, yeah, she had a comment to me. She asked me about, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but, what your favorite position is. And I told her, and she was like, I said missionary, and she was like, you wouldn't last 10 seconds in missionary looking into my eyes. And I was like, oh, my God.
Jesus Christ. Phil, you got the last one?
Vincent.
Yep.
Vincent, you're on.
Hey, Rico. Healthy debate. I think we should have more Hawaii sports talk on pick shows.
More Hawaiian sports? What?
Hawaii, like University of Hawaii. You know, the late night.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Hawaii is, we romanticize Hawaii. Hawaii hasn't been relevant in the NCAA basketball in 8 years when they won a tournament game. They beat Cal, pretty sure. And football hasn't been great since Cole McDonald. We romanticize Hawaii. Nobody gives a shit about Hawaii.
R.I.P. Colt Brennan.
But
yes.
They're that game that's on at 1 a.m.
Agreed, but nobody gives a shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it's the last game. You know, that's the appeal of it. I mean, I'm not saying it's like A plus sports, but
Yeah. Nobody. I know. Nobody gives a shit. We romanticize it, but nobody gives a shit. Chetsky, give me
Thanks, Rico. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Yeah, all right. Give me the final. It's like 10 a.m. when he's calling. Chetsky, give me the final hypothetical.
Okay, final hypothetical, the new iteration of the 2-minute drill. I want to hear what your ideal Super Bowl halftime performance is. I want a lineup of 3 different artists.
All right.
And a host. We'll do a celebrity host. And what order and what songs?
Okay. Shit. I kind of like Usher, but that's too basic. Billy Joel's never done it. I think him. All right. I like segueing songs in. So let's do this. Let's do Billy Joel, New York State of Mind, into Taylor Swift, Welcome to New York, into her whole thing. And then.
And this hypothetical Super Bowl is in New York?
No, doesn't even matter. But just this segue, yeah. They can put it back in Metlife. They do that. She does that. What's a song for her? 2022, Fearless, Karma. Trying to think of now. So we got old pop, we got pop. Now do we need like a rapper?
I would like to see it go a little rap heavy, but you need someone that can align with Taylor Swift. Maybe it's Missy Elliott.
Yeah, I don't think she has
like female to female
bangers.
I don't know.
Hootie and the Blowfish wouldn't be a mess, but that's like my ideal watching them play. I'm trying to think. Taylor Swift into
Ja Rule?
Not enough. Maybe they bury the hatchet. We'll go Jay-Z, Billy Joel, Taylor Swift.
Who did Jay-Z have beef with? Taylor Swift?
We think. I don't know. Nobody knows anything. I think he was taking shots at her. I don't know.
Kanye definitely was, but I don't know if he's ever going to grace the Super Bowl stage.
I don't know.
I don't hate that, though.
No. Usher's going to have some fucking bangers.
Oh, yeah.
He should do Confessions.
Confessions,
I don't know if that... Yeah, Let It Burn would be sick.
Be crazy.
Just, the
and
whole...
with pyrotechnics
everything,
on stage.
yeah. Let It Burn is... Confessions is sick, too.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right. Healthy Debate. Keep checking us out. We'll work in some props, obviously, this week. Get some stuff going. We'll get some winners out there.
Wednesday we'll probably have a pre-recorded video.
Pre-taped. Those seem to be going pretty well.
Check out that Uconn vlog if you haven't yet.
Yes. And we will be back tomorrow. Everybody loves a Healthy Debate.